my name's Patrick and welcome to my channel. We will be traveling to Santiago, Chile and Rapa Nui on this trip. We will be leaving November 1st for Santiago and we will be there until the 7th. We will then head to Rapa Nui. We'll be in Rapa Nui until the 13th. When we head back to Santiago, and we'll probably do a day and a half in Santiago before headed back home. So what we've gotten done so far in this trip is we've gotten our flights booked, we've gotten our hotels booked, we've gotten our entry form done to get into Easter Island, and we've gotten about 80% of our tours booked for the trip. So what we're left with, we're about a week out now, so we're going to start packing because we've got an idea of what the weather's going to do. So I'd like to bring you along on the packing too. So let's head out and do that now. So wow, that's done. So we're packed to go. Turned out the temperatures in Easter Island and Santiago are going to be between 69 and 79 degrees. And some small chance of rain, like 20% on a couple days. So looks like we're going to have some beautiful weather while we're there. Basically what we did was we packed everything we're going to need for a 13-day trip into a 30-liter backpack, which will be great for a carry-on, and we don't have to worry about checking any bags. Another small bag, keep my iPad in, and plane tickets, passports, cash, whatever. Just a nice little extra to keep all my personal stuff in that I want to keep with me all the time. That way when we check our bag in when we get to Santiago, I can leave that at the hotel and still carry that around as well. Works out great for me. I love traveling with a small, let's say it's a purse. But it works well. So now all we have to do is wait for 4 more days and then we're going to be flying out. So I'll light up the video when that happens. I'll talk to you then. Well, we made it to Santiago. We flew out of Aspen, Colorado. We had a layover in Atlanta where we had some classic southern dishes. Great layover. Took almost 24 hours to get to Santiago from Aspen. Beautiful weather here. This morning we had some breakfast in town, checked into the hotel, walked around, checked out some street art. Now I'm sitting at the hotel doing a wine tasting out on the deck. Must be 75, 77 degrees here. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to keep posting as we progress on this trip. Really appreciate you joining me. Santiago, Chile. Hello everybody, back in Colorado. Santiago was amazing. The food to start was just, I wasn't expecting the food to be so good. It was just amazing. The seafood was delicious. Everything they served was fresh, just amazing. And the portions were just insane. I don't think I could finish a plate at any of the restaurants I ate at. The wine, we had so much fun with the wine. We did wine tours that were just amazingly fun. Walking around town, checking out the neighborhoods, just had a great time. Relaxed, great city to go to. I don't think you need to spend that much time there. We were there for a while. We enjoyed it. As far as the language goes, they do speak Spanish. We had absolutely no Spanish. My wife did a little bit of online Spanish, but we really didn't know that much Spanish. Most everywhere we went, English was not a problem. A few places the waitress might not have spoke English, but it was really easy to get an English menu and point, so that wasn't much of a big deal. So then after we left Santiago, we headed to Easter Island. Getting to Easter Island was really easy. All we did was head to the domestic terminal at the Santiago airport and followed the signs for Easter Island. Of course, make sure you fill out your form online to get through security. We got there 3 hours early, so we were the first ones in line for security, and we just cruised through. But the line was building up pretty good after we went through, so definitely want to get there early. Landed on Easter Island, really neat, airport's really cool. One plane lands, and that's the plane that lands for the day. Maybe towards on season there's more planes that land, but we flew in on November 7th. There was one cruise ship there when we landed, and it left that night, so it was just the airplanes landing. We were expecting Easter Island to be a lot more touristy than it was. It didn't feel touristy to us. It kind of felt like I imagined Hawaii was in the 60s. You know, just a quaint, neat little Pacific island. Just cool. I did take a lot of cash with me because I was afraid that we wouldn't be able to use a credit card on the island. That wasn't true. Everywhere we went, every restaurant we went to, everywhere took a credit card. So it was relatively easy to use a credit card there. Of course, I would have some cash with me to tip guides, and maybe if you wanted to take a cab on the island here or there, you know, it's good to have cash. We actually rented a car, and that worked out really well. It was like $50 a day. We didn't have one the whole time. I think we had it just for a couple days. The rest of the time we were taking tours, so we didn't need a car. They picked us up at our hotel and took us into the park. And to get into the park, you need a park pass as well as a local guide. And we thought that was great. I think it makes it more of a quaint experience. and I think it keeps the crowds in the park down. So, you know, I think it works out for the island. I think that it works good for the island. So we like that part. Of course, there are moai and other things to see outside the park. You know, there's an island, and there's areas around with moai that aren't in the national park that you can go to. And we did that every night along the beach, and we had a great time with that. The food on the island, just incredible. Best tuna I've had anywhere in the world. The sushi was amazing. The prices, we didn't feel it was that expensive. I was expecting the island to be a lot more expensive, but to me, it didn't feel that expensive. Of course, we're from Colorado, which is, you know, generally more expensive and touristy as well, but it just didn't seem that expensive. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope there was some information in it that helped you, and I really appreciate you tuning into my channel. I did the best I could with this one. I'm gonna try again on our next trip, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks again.